Interesting, this may sound strange to you. I am the strongest and staunchest supporter of the FDA. Let me give you my history with the FDA. So, when I did encapsulated islet cell transplant, I was the first in the history of the United States to get approval to do a pig-to-man islet cell transplant by the FDA in 2009. Oh my God. 1996. God, decades ago, you so get lost. 1997, if you will say. And I was about to do that transplant. And then the porcine endogenous retrovirus came up in a science paper. I went to the FDA and says, we have to shut down the program for which you just gave me approval. And forever thereafter, I won their trust. And we did, and xenotransplants were shut down. I then said we're going to go develop these drugs in the company called ABP, for which the country had a very great shortage, but which, as I was telling you, sales were $2 million, $1 million, but if they were short, they were life-threatening. And we got 70 FDA approvals, 70 in 10 years. I then went to the FDA and told them I'm going to build this nanoparticle. Nobody had ever seen a human nanoparticle of albumin built through, and they said, we want to learn with you, teach us. And we taught them. I then went and actually built, when the FDA said mad cow's disease, no longer use cows, you can only use pigs. But because of my knowledge of the porcine endogenous retrovirus, there's a supply chain in China for 300 million pigs, and I created heparin in the United States. In 2007, there were 87 deaths. And we were the only safe supply of heparin in the United States, and changed, as a result, with the FDA, the standards for heparin. And that's when I sold the company, so I can move on and do what we're doing now. I am very, very, very confident that the people inside the FDA now, Margaret Hamburg and people, not only understand this, they have actually created a whole guidelines for what they call breakthrough drugs. So I don't, it's easy to bash the FDA, but I think they are very insightful, and they are there to protect us as well as trying to move things forward. And I think they've created these things. So I know it sounds counterintuitive to me here standing up on behalf of the FDA, but I do think, but what we do need, however, is leadership, right? And we need people like the people in this audience to actually educate, and conversations like this to educate that this is life-threatening, life or death. There are people out here, and people as brave as Ivo who says this is a breast cancer patient, and want to give a cervical cancer patient a different drug. But that's what we need to do.